Here's an update on the last few days of Subnautica development. Gasopods are now more deadly, releasing their poisonous gross underwater gas farts with less provocation. The oxygen gauge will now show up on the HUD for people with NVIDIA SLI systems. The LifePod beacon will no longer stop functioning if you swim very far away from it, which means it can now serve its intended purpose, to guide you back home. Some items, such as air tanks, now have cool construction effects at the fabricator, so now you can see what you're building. Oxygen tanks now replenish twice as fast when breathing at the surface. This means you can get back to exploring faster. It's now possible to store loot in the LifePod. Open the storage container behind the ladder and then drag items between your inventory and storage. You can also now store loot in storage cubes, craftable at the fabricator. Once crafted, you can place them anywhere in the world, like in a sandpit you've excavated in the seabed. Once dropped, they can be opened, and you can store all the sand you've just dug up. Or other things too. A new item called the Gravsphere can be crafted. When deployed, it attracts small objects, making it easier to pick up oodles of loot or catch lots of small creatures at once. Large creatures are now a little bit smarter and will spend less time digging their heads into the sand. But watch out, that might mean they spend more time attacking you. Find out more about Subnautica by clicking on the links in the description of this video. Here's a rundown on some of the new stuff in Update 8. The stasis rifle allows you to fire a stasis field, freezing any lifeform trapped inside. This is pretty useful for getting around dangerous creatures. The Terraformer is an experimental tool that allows you to mess with Subnautica's voxel terrain. Hold Shift and right click to gather material, and then right click to place it almost anywhere you want. We've rebuilt the guts of the main menu. It still isn't very pretty, but the rewrite lets us do cool stuff like have a functional news section and, that's right, load saved games. Subnautica now has save and load functionality. To save, press escape to open the in-game menu and hit save. Pipes can now be placed to create a chain of air leading down into the depths. You can use pipes to supply air to keep you breathing underwater for longer. For example, you could supply air to a cave system. Craft beacons and carry them with you while you explore. When you find an interesting place you'd like to revisit, you can deploy a beacon. The beacon will then show up on your HUD as a pinger, much like the LifePod. The new air bladder allows you to control your buoyancy. Activate the air bladder when you want to quickly return to the surface for air or perhaps to escape a hostile lifeform. There's a new dangerous lifeform lurking in the deep. Watch out for bleeders. Get too close and these critters will suck the blood right out of your arm. Tweaks under the hood of the inventory system make dumping unwanted loot much easier. Spend some time exploring some of the ocean's deeper areas and you'll probably encounter the new bone shark. Just don't get too close, as like the stalker, this guy wants to take your head off. Craft a compass and put it in your inventory to get a north, south, east, west indicator on your head-up display. Speaking of the HUD, revamped elements now give numerical feedback on health and oxygen status. This also makes it easier to see how much oxygen equipped tanks are providing. Building a current generator lets you direct streams of water wherever you want. They'll push you around and any creatures caught in the flow as well. Subnautica is available now in early access on the Steam store. Follow development progress on our Trello board. Subscribe to the Subnautica mailing list for development news and tell us what you think using the in-game feedback system.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Emergency. Hull breach detected.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Caution, dehydration detected. Vital signs stabilizing.
this is Avery Quinn of Trading Ship Sunbeam. Aurora, do you read? Over. Aurora, Survivor. We're approaching the landing site now.